Hello, America. We got a couple of things to talk about. Sanctuary cities and the nonsense that is going back and forth on this one. Just crazy. Also, headline, Congressional Republicans just voted to let your ISP sell your browsing history to advertisers. That's horrible. Do you know how long-standing we have, the tradition in America of not allowing somebody like Google to be able to sell your information? I mean, that has been on the book for about 4 months now. It's that long of a standing tradition. Where was everyone when everybody wanted the government to stop this? Do you remember that outcry 4 months ago? No? Because there was no outcry for it. This is something that Obama did in the last couple months of his tenure in office, the Republicans just taking that regulation away. Now, we're even split in this room on whether that's good or bad. Where do you stand? We go there right now.
Of entertainment and enlightenment. This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Legislation has been passed by the House and has already passed the Senate. It's now headed to President Trump for his signature. This is what it is. In a party line 215-205 vote, the House of Representatives approved the legislation to allow internet service providers to sell information about their customers' web browsing histories to advertisers and third-party outlets. So you go online, you're browsing for whatever. You're browsing for new socks. That information is now going to be sold by, let's say, Google, everything you search for, to a sock company who says, who is browsing for socks? Who is looking for certain TV shows? They're all going to be able to find you now and advertise to you. Now, this is, on one hand, something that all of us love. We love the fact, we're spooked by it, or at least used to be, that you can be browsing for something and all of a sudden the ads populate your page and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't even, how did they know that I've been oh, wow, they're tracking me. So in other words, I'm not going to be asked to buy tickets to a Chelsea Handler show. My searches will know that I look for people like Regan and Gaffigan. And so when those guys are in town or people like them, I'll be pitched to them instead of Chelsea Handler. Okay. That's something that we all love. This is all something, by the way, that has been done up until 4 months ago, been done by everybody. And every time you see Google or Apple and they say, we've changed our rules. And you're like, yeah, Amazon, please. And it literally will take you 2 days to read and understand, just read, maybe not even understand what you've just clicked, I approve. That's all in there. Yes, we sell your information to third parties. What Barack Obama said was, we want you to have an opt-out and an opt-in. They have to ask you, do you mind if we sell your information? Now, most people will say no. And just based on the fact that they're not even thinking it through. I don't want anybody knowing my stuff. I don't want anybody knowing that stuff. And so most people will say no, even though it makes the service better. Why aren't you using Ask Jeeves? Why aren't you using Bing? If you really care about privacy, why aren't you using Bing? Why aren't you using Firefox as your browser? Because they don't sell anything to anybody. Most likely because, I don't know, I just like what I have, and it works for me. And I don't use Bing because I never get the right answer. Google always, why does Google give you the right answer?
They have lots of data.
They have all the data they need on you and everybody else. Data is what powers the world. Now, I'm not saying that you should choose yes or no. I'm asking you to consider this. This has been done to you forever. This is not a change going and allowing them to do more. 4 months ago or so, Barack Obama said they shouldn't be able to do that. Well, my relationship is with the private company. Why is government regulating a private company? I don't like government regulations as a rule. If I don't like it, if I don't like what Google is doing, I will go to Firefox. There are other workable solutions when it comes to an actual, way to browse, to search, a search engine. I don't think anybody comes close to Google. But there are other systems that I can use, that Firefox as a browser. I've used Firefox. It's fine.
You could do a Lycos search.
Yeah.
Alta Vista.
Right.
Is that
Alta
still?
Vista is
Okay.
really,
Right, okay.
really good.
Now, here's my point on this that I really want you to hear. The government is, let me give you this from the Electronic Frontier Foundation. We are one vote away, now this is earlier this week, we are one vote away from a world where your ISP can track your every move online and sell that information to the highest bidder. It sounds outrageous. And that's why the government has moved in to make sure that they can't do that. The same government that didn't even take a vote, didn't ask you, didn't click, okay, I agree. They just went and tracked your every move online, and they are the highest bidder. The government who says it's okay, we're doing this, and we've been doing this in secret for a long time. In fact, we've been lying to you. We told you that we don't do that, and we tell you that we don't mine that information to be able to figure out things about you, about your friends, about the way the world works. We just have them buried in a basement, very dusty, old, nobody goes down there. I don't even know where we put that information. Which coat pocket did I leave your information in? We've been doing that, but we have got to stop these damn companies that want to do exactly the same thing that we know is so bad, we hid it from you. I'm sorry, I just don't go to the government to be the policeman. The police are corrupt. Are you telling me? When I read this, the ISP can track your every move online and sell that information to the highest bidder. I would be concerned that the highest bidder would be the federal government, but the federal government doesn't have to bid for it. They'll just force the ISP to give them anything they don't already have on you, which is probably nothing.